जय हो। तेरी आवाज है कितनी ज्यादा, कर ही लिया। जय श्री राधे, जय श्री राधे। जय श्री राधे, जय श्री राधे। जय श्री राधे।
Oh, how many TV? She's here. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. I don't want to with my voice. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Sri Ram Chandra Bhagavan ki. Sri Ayodhya Dham ki. Gurave Gurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah Agyana Chimindasya Gana Gana Salakaya Chaksumritanje Natasma Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtan Stapita Yena Bhutale Sayarupa Kadamayan Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutam Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnava Vivanscha Sri Rupam Sagajata Sagana Raghunata Vitanta Sajivan Sadvaitam Savadvitam Parijana Saitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devan Sri Radha Krishna Padasahagana Lalita Sri Vishaka Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gorange Radha Vrindavaneswari Visaban Sute Devi Panamami Hari Priye Krishna Yavasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Nama Vasudeva Sutan Devan Kansa Chanura Madanam Devaki Paramananda Krishna Vandi Jagaguru Namamo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pistaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Chinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nivise Sunjabadi Pashatya Dishatarine Vanchakapaturubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavana Bhebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahabhadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishna Ya Krishna Chaitanya Namini Gauratu Se Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadara Siva Shati Gaura Bhakta Vinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Maybe I can get some warm water. Warm water. Yeah. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yeah, two means 100, just like actually wherever there's Ram Kata, Hanumanji is always there. Yeah. And of course the Ram Kata must be pure. So it's for the service of Lord Sri Ram. So today it's Diwali, even though you are celebrating tomorrow. But all over the world, Diwali is being celebrated today.
They said in Mayapur is tomorrow. And Mayapur is also tomorrow. And Vrindavan is today.
Vrindavan is today. Yeah, no, I think Mana is today also.
Manor
It's today, yes, today. London is also today.
But they connect with Sunday, you see.
No, no. Sunday is just for the,
Choti Diwali, yeah. Choti Diwali.
yeah. It's all right.
Nankasur Matana. अरे हमने तो सेलिब्रेट ही करना है ज़रा कोई नहीं ज़्यादा दिनों ज़्यादा मजा there should be more celebration.
Well, of course, minor because that's when the public will come, so they celebrate on Sunday. But after the Battle of Lanka, then Kovera sent his Pushpa Viman, its airplane. Yeah, Celestial airplane. It's better than Jet 7, better than Jet.
Did Ravan use that?
Which one? 747?
No. Push Viman.
Yeah, of course.
Same one, isn't it? Same was there already.
Yeah, he manipulated, he took over it. But the Solaram carry in himself Lakshman, Sita Devi, Sugriv, like that. So many were on the airplane. And then from the Uttarakhand of the Ramcharitamanas, so before there's a river, I forgot the name of the river. Just at the river, which the Sarayu, before they reach the river. So Loram sent Hanuma to go and survey. So Hanumanji, he took the form of a Brahman in order to give the news. So Hanumanji took the form of a Brahman, and then he went to Bharat to inform that to give a big news that Ram has arrived, and of course, Bharat was very, very overjoyed. Was full of joy that Ram has finally come, and then the whole city was informed. The whole city of Ayodhya was informed. So it's like everybody, their life come back. Their life come back, and the whole city, everywhere, so many auspicious decorations in the city, all the auspicious, the whole city was lit up, lamp. I think now today in Ayodhya, now the government, they've revived the Ram, Ayodhya city, and Ayodhya city now is fully lit up. Yeah.
Guinness Book of Record, they broke the record of how many lamps at a time.
Yeah. So,
No.
yeah, but especially this year, because this is when the consecration of the Ram deity, Ram Lala. So now the whole city was lit up, like brighter, like anything. So that's when the law is come. So this is now we have to talk about what's the meaning of this Diwali, this lighting of the lamp, which lit up the whole city. Of course, today we know that in India especially, this Diwali celebration, of course everybody's happy, but along with that is so much other things, especially the crackers. Oh my God, cracker for 5 days in Vrindavan, you cannot sleep. It's like everywhere, non-stop. Cracker non-stop, fireworks non-stop. It's like big, loud. It's you can't see.
Wild ones are very loud.
Yeah, they make it so loud. It's and people they will literally come to you just to irritate you, and they just made this cracker right on your ear. So they actually they do it to annoy you, not just for Laurent. They actually do it to annoy you. That's what people do in Vrindavan. So, but this celebration of the Laurent's joyous return, the joyous return, this is not just a celebration of firecrackers. That's not the real meaning. So in the Ramcharitamanas, he says that Nagarabasi Kara Dina Ujara Asyasik Jana Ava Nabiyara. It's from the Uttarakhand, whereby he says so the residents of Ayodhya illuminated their houses with lamps, rejoicing and celebrating the Lord's return. So the Lord is returning back to Ayodhya. So now, the festival of this commemorating of the Lord's return to Ayodhya, after 14 years of exile and the defeat of Ravan, so there's a meaning to it. There's a very deep significance to it. So the lighting of lamps, it represents the victory of divine light over the darkness of ignorance and sin. So how do we invite the Lord into our life, into our heart? Not only devotee, it said that when Shraddha Bestaku was singing, he said, Tumare Ridoya Sada Govinda Vishram, Govinda Koina Mama Vaishnav Param, that in your heart, Govinda is sitting in your heart. That in your heart, Govinda has come to rest in your heart. So if you want to say Krishna, you go see a pure devotee of Krishna. So, but if the heart is filled with ignorance, full with pap, the Lord is going to sit down there. The Lord is not going to come. The Lord only comes when the heart is fully lit up. It is no sins, no ignorance, very, very pure. Then the Lord comes. The Lord comes to that heart. So the purification of the heart. So the heart has to be purified first before the Lord can come. So that's why this chanting process is a process whereby our heart can become purified. That's the whole chanting process. And when the heart is purified, then the Lord can manifest himself into the heart. So whereby in the vision of Tusidas, his vision of Ayodhya is not just merely a city. It is the heart that is purified by bhakti, by devotion. So when the heart is purified by bhakti, then awaiting the Lord's return, then the Lord can come to that heart. The Lord comes to the heart when the heart is purified. So, of course, we know that the Laurent was in the exile for 14 years. And then after the killing of Ravan, then he returned back to Ayodhya. So it says that in the verse from the Aranyakand, it says Takaoni sumiri rana padanira Milisa Bipuri Suka Datadira. So the Lord, yes, so the Lord was in the forest, and these 14 years, they represent the purification of this, because there are 5 senses, 5 Jnana Indriya and a Kama Indriya, 5 that system. Then there's the manas, buddhi, chitta, and ahankara. So mind, intelligence, heart, and force ego. So that's 14. So that's 14 items. So the 14 years, which means it's like it's an allegorical representation. This 14 years, what does it represent? The body of in one's body. So of course, Ravan, with his 10 heads, it symbolizes the tenfold dominance of ego and desire. Rava actually means big ego. Ego is like Rava. No matter how much he was counseled, he was giving counseling, he will never listen because of his big ego. Everybody gave him counseling, his brother, his wife, even Vibhishan, Kumbhakan. Everybody gave him counsel, but still he will not listen because of ego, that big ankara. So, as stated that that's the ultimate that keeps us in the material world. When there is a dissolution of the material world, the final dissolution is dissolution of the ahankara. That's the final dissolution. Is that the dissolution of ahankara. So when he conquers the Ravan, the ego, then the light, the Diwali, naturally shines within. When there's no more ahankara, the heart becomes very, very simple. Then the heart becomes the recipient of the Lord's mercy. Because there cannot be, we cannot be recipient of the Lord's mercy if we are not attain simplicity. If you have not become simple. So without the elimination of ahankara, the ego, the simplicity cannot be there. Or there can only be crookedness, dupliciousness. That's what it can be. So unless there is the eradication of duplicity, false ego, there cannot be simplicity. As they say, Vaishnavism is said as simplicity is Vaishnavism. That's how the light can enter. When all the rubbish has gone, then the light can enter, which is the symbolism of Diwali.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Some people might think simplicity means being stupid. Like he's a simple person. That's how we use them.
No, that's not what it means.
That's a different simple person.
No.
This means knowing everything and no cheating propensity, no dupliciousness.
Yeah.
Dealing straight, arjvam, talking directly.
Exactly.
The other one means no education, nothing, not that simple.
No, that's not what it means. So he mentioned the spiritual victory, which is when Ram entered the Ayodhya, and then there's a coronation of Lord Ram. So the Ram's coronation and Bhakti's triumph. So when the Lord manifests His mercy to us, so for the welfare of the devotees, like Kutshalya, Hanuma, Vibhishan, so the Diwali celebrates this revelation of divine compassion. So the Lord, who willingly returns to the heart of His devotees. So I also mentioned, this is all the lessons from the Ramcharitamanas, that the Ayodhya's coronation ceremony it's not just Ram's royal enthronement, but the installation of the Supreme Lord within the heart. So that's the coronation of the Ram. When Ram returned to Ayodhya, then he was coronated as a king. This you will find in the Uttarakhand of the Sri Ramcharita Manas. So this coronation is the installation of the Lord within our heart. So like Lord Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, was that that verse that says Yantarudadi Maya, was that when the Lord says that I'm seated in the heart of the living entity, Yantarudadi Maya, and it says like the chariot driver, seated in the heart. But who can feel the Lord sitting in the heart? Only the devotees. Only devotees. Other living entities, the Lord is there in their heart also, but is there sitting as a witness to their particular. He does not interfere with their activities. He's just there looking at what they are as in the form of Paramatma. Yeah, as a witness. But the Lord, as his form, is not as Paramatma, but as his actual form, as Bhagavan, he sits in the heart of his devotees. He comes to reside. When devotees' heart become purified, then he come and take residence in the heart of his devotees. So now the role of Bhakti, Sita Devi, which says she's the emblem of lamp of love. Emblem of the lamp of love. So he mentioned in the Ayodhya Khan, he said that Bhakti Jivam Mokha Sukadi Sita Bino Mano Jivana Jutai. So he said that Sita Devi represents Bhakti, the Shakti divine energy, without which even Ram's presence cannot be fully manifest. Just as I say, wherever where there's Ram, there's Sita, and the vice versa. Just like when Ram was going to the exile, to the forest, and told Sita Devi to stay behind. So Sita Devi said, "How is that possible? How can I stay behind and you go to the forest? Wherever you are, that's where I am. That's my residence." So, like the scripture often say that there are three things. There is Bhagavan, Bhakta, and Bhakti. Those three things all together. It's a straight line. Bhagavan, Bhakti, Bhakta, Bhagavan, and Bhakti. So those are the three things. So like in the spiritual world, what exists in the spiritual world are those three things. The Lord is devotees and Bhakti. That's what exists in the spiritual world. Whereas in this material world, everyone is bound by Maya Devi. So Sita Devi, she represents Bhakti, the Shakti, the divine energy, without which even Ram's presence cannot be fully manifest. So, just as every home on Dwali must be lit with lamps, similarly, every heart must be illuminated with Bhakti, devotion filled. The Bhakti must be illuminated. So, which means on the Diwali day, that reflection of Bhakti within our heart should manifest. So we should not be thinking in terms of throwing in firecrackers or eating sweets, so we should not be thinking that. We should think in terms of how our Bhakti can actually blossom. Can be blossom.
Can I share something with you?
Yeah.
In Kerala when they do aartis, morning, afternoon, they actually light up fireworks. At the beginning I was thinking there must army camp nearby where they practice. So they do the morning aarti and then there's fire like that. They told me that's part of the ritual.
Yeah. So which means that without sita, which represent devotion, so Ram within, Lord Ram remains incomplete. So there has to be, whatever is sita, there has to be Ram. So whatever there is, Bhagavan, Bhakti is always there. And what exists is Bhakti. So Bhagavan, Bhakti, and Bhakta. Those three things we should always. Actually, in the beginning part of, in the second purport to the 10th Canto Bhagavatam, is actually chapter 1, second purport. So the Srila Prabhupada, he wrote that line that Bhagavan, Bhakti, and Bhakta do not belong to the material world. So that's very beautiful line that Prabhupada wrote. And then if this line was followed with about 2 or 3 pages of purport, and then we hear by Prabhupada say Bhagavan, Bhakti. So which means this material world there's no, you cannot see Bhagavan, and you cannot see real devotee, and you cannot see real Bhakti. Because in the material world, everybody simply, want to exploit. And everybody want to see God as their servant. Like Srila Bhaktivedanta always say, that our whole idea of praying to God or going to the temple is just to make the Lord our servant. Not that we want to be, not that we want to be servant, but we want him to be our servant by asking him, give us this, give us that. Just like when Srila Rupa Goswami one time, he was in the Vrindavan, in Govardhan. So he wanted to invite Sanatana Goswami to feed him some prasad. He wanted to invite him he wanted to prepare something nice for him to come and take so they can feed his brother who's a pure devotee. But Rupa Goswami happened to be, being a Babaji, so he had nothing. Babaji don't have anything because every day they have to do Madhukari every day in order to get something. Otherwise, they don't accumulate nothing. They don't accumulate anything. So Rupa Goswami was thinking about how to get various ingredients to prepare. So he was thinking this way, and then all of a sudden there was a young girl. A young girl came, and he said, "Oh, Baba, I heard that my mother told me that you've been fasting, you need something, and I brought this milk and rice for you. I bought this milk and rice for you, so that you can make some nice preparations for yourself." And of course, Rupa Goswami was very surprised because this girl just appeared out of nowhere, and then she take this rice and milk. And then the guy said, "Oh, Baba, you must be very, very tired, because usually they often fast. They don't. Maybe they will eat once in every few days. Maybe you're tired." And then this girl, and then she cooked herself. She prepared the sweet rice. She prepared the sweet rice, and then gave it to Rupa Goswami, and then she disappeared. She left. So Rupa Goswami was trying to see, because this girl is so beautiful, but she's trying to see where she come from, but she could not find out where she come from. And then she gave this. Then she invited Sanatana Goswami to come and take this wonderful preparation. So they took the preparation, the sweet rice, and it's like it has the most, like undescribable taste. undescribable taste. So Sanatana Goswami was asking Rupa that, where did you get this? Where did you get the ingredients to be, how was this sweet rice prepared? And where did you get the ingredient from? So Rupa Goswami explained that how this guy came, this and that, And then Sanatana Goswami asked, where's the girl? Where is she? Where is she? So Rupa Goswami said, well, she disappeared. She just disappeared. She prepared the recital and then she disappeared. And then it dawned upon both of them that actually it was Srimati Radharani herself who had come and gave the. Not only did she bring the ingredients, she actually prepared it herself. So Sanatana Goswami said, what have you done? How can you have such desire? We are supposed to be their servant. We can't let the divine couple serve us. We are supposed to be their servants. So what have you done? We are supposed to be serving them. So therefore, don't have this kind of desire again that you want to make something, you want to make something fair, but don't have this desire again. So devotees, they are not happy that the Lord has to come and render them some service, or to come and facilitate their bhakti. Devotees don't want that because they want to serve the Lord. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta will always say that we should not make the Lord our servant. We should serve them unconditional service, anya ambila asita, which means no other motivation, no desire for gyan, for karma, anything like that. No other motivation except to please Krishna, Krishna no Shilanam, to please the Lord. Now, who is the example of this service? So, who is the example of this service? Is Sri Hanumanji. Sri Hanumanji ki. So Hanumanji embodies this service. Yeah. So in the Puranas, in the Purana, there are three persons that epitomize what we call the Haridas, the servant of Hari. So these three persons are Sri Hanuman, Hudava, and guess what? Govardhan. Haridas Virya. So we're going to celebrate that on Wednesday. So these are the three persons that are glorified in the Sastra. Because there are many, many servants of Hari. But Sri Hanuman his whole body is for the service of Lord Ram. The popular story was when after the coronation, Lord Ram was giving everyone giving them gifts because they've all done so much for him in the battle of Lanka. All these monkeys, Sugriva, Hangada, Vibhisha, all of them. So the Lord was giving them so many presents, valuable jewels. Sugriva, Vibhisha, Hangada, he was giving everybody, giving them all everything. But the Lord has not given anything to Hanuman. He has given to everybody. And then Mother Sita, so she took out the most precious necklace. She took out our own most precious necklace and gave this to Hanuman. So Hanuman, so he was looking at this necklace. He was looking. And as he was looking, so everybody was wondering, everybody was curious, what is the intention of Hanuman? And then they started breaking. He started breaking them piece by piece because it's valuable pearls, So he was breaking these papers, he was breaking them. And then everyone was asking that, why are you breaking these pearls? Why are you breaking them? He said, I'm trying to see if I can see Sitaram inside. I'm trying to see if I can see Sitaram inside. So he was breaking. So he said, I cannot see Sitaram hand. What he did, then he opened his heart. And there you can see Sitaram right here in his heart. He opened his heart. And then Sitaram, everybody sees Sitaram sitting on the throne of his heart. Yeah, that's the first heart surgery. So he opened his heart, and there Sitaram, is in his heart, So Anuma is the living embodiment of dualist message, which means selfless service and unwavering faith. Selfless service and unwavering faith. So we should not be rendering service for the expectation of some return. Now, our service should be selfless, and we should have deep faith on the Lord. And Anuma has both. It's unmatched, his faith in the Lord. And from the moment he first met the Lord in the forest in Kiskindha, from that moment on, the moment Anuma saw his Lord, from that moment on, so his selfless service just blossom, just manifest. So his devotion lifts the path for all devotees. He set the example for all devotees, the bhakti of Anuma. And his lamp is, what does it represent? Niskam karma, which means selfless. Service without expectation. Niskam karma. In the chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita, it's all about, even though the Lord is talking about karma, but the kind of karma that the Lord is talking about is niskam karma, which means desireless action. We have to perform action. We have to use all our ability, whatever ability we have. We have to perform action for the Lord. So we cannot say that we have to remain just sit down somewhere in the meditation or somewhere. That's why Krishna was telling us, that no, you have to perform your duty. But you have to perform without any expectation. Without any expectation of reward. And that expectation, that non-expectation of reward is what conquers the Lord. The Lord becomes conquered by his devotee, because of their love for him, their selfless love for him. So the Lord himself, he becomes submissive to his devotees. Just like this month is the month of Kartik. We are celebrating the binding of Lord Krishna by Mother Yashoda. So this binding of Lord Krishna by Mother Yashoda is not ordinary binding. It's the binding of love. Bhakti Bardhan. We know that when Krishna was binding, when Mother Yashoda was binding Lord Krishna, the rope was always 2 fingers too short. So the rope was always 2 fingers too short when she was binding Lord Krishna. Even though she took so many ropes from everywhere, so many ropes from all the houses, still it's always 2 fingers too short. But she will not give up. So 2 fingers too short, what does that mean? Which means it represents 2 things which devotees have to avoid. Gyan and karma. Gyan and karma, that's what the 2 fingers too short represent. So the lamp, which is niskam karma, selfless, with service without expectation. That's real service without expectation. So the true Diwali celebration begins when we serve others and illuminate their hearts with Ram's glory. So we illuminate the people's heart with Lord Ramachandra's glories. So this is a time when devotees, they actually show their true compassion. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur always said that Jiva Doya, that we have to be compassionate to the Jivas. Namruchi, Jiva Doya. Those are the two things of the two qualities of devotees. So the coronation of Lord Ram, which is the summit of Dharma, Rama, Raja Abhisheka, Dekahu Bhupati Bhaya Ati Prita, from Uttarakhand Ramchaita Manas. So Lord Ram's rule symbolizes, Ram Rajya, of course. Ram Rajya is a kingdom governed by righteousness, compassion, and truth. That's Ram's rule symbolizes righteousness, compassion, and truth. In Ram's kingdom, no suffering. There was no suffering. There was no lack of anything. People are happy. No disease. No disease. People don't get sick. No extreme weather. No extreme cold, extreme heat. Everything was just in perfect harmony. So everything was just in perfect harmony. That was Ram Rajya. And Lord Ram ruled for 36,000 years in Ayodhya. For 36,000 years. Because it was in Treta Yuga. So for 36,000 years, the Lord ruled, was the king of Ayodhya. It is Ramchaita Manas for a long period of time. Yeah, for a long time. But of course, in the Uttarakhand, it basically describes briefly the Ram Rajya, and then it goes into the so many episodes in terms of establishing Lord Ram as the supreme Lord. And the method of attaining him is through bhakti. So the Uttarakhand goes into the full explanation, whereby you find the initial story of Kaka Busundi, then the story of Kaka Busundi with Loma Samuni, because Loma Samuni was a sage whereby he lived for a long period of time. So this the Uttarakhand is more of a philosophical explanation, goes more into philosophy of Lord Ram's and Lord Ram's Lila pastor, go more into the philosophy. So we find that in the Uttarakhand. Whereas in the other Khanda, like Balkan, Ayodhya Khand, especially Balkan, is full of a lot of emotion was all described, the feelings that he's full of bhav, as matter of lot of the description. Ram's love, the love of Dasrat Maharaj, the love of the Ayodhya Basis, and then ultimately the lifting of Shiva's bow. That's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting in that section. The lifting of Shiva's bow. And then Parasuram came. He was very angry that somebody had broken Lord Shiva's bow. Then Lakshmana became angry with him. And Parasuram said, okay, I'm going to destroy. Who has done this? This. And Lakshmana keeps saying that, you think, so Lakshmana was threatening him. And he became more angry, and Lakshmana was threatening him. So eventually, then he came to realize this is Ram, is the Supreme Lord himself. And then the Parasuram became pacified. And then he gave up his anger. I said, okay, I'm going to renounce my axe. He had this big axe, He said, I'm going to renounce it. They threw it away. And then he went back to the forest. So a very, very beautiful description. So and then mention here that the real meaning of Diwali is not fireworks, as we said beginning, but the fire of righteousness. That's what Diwali means. It's the fire of righteousness. So we should keep this in our mind. And when we are making the light, we are lighting our house. We put in leaves on our doors. What should be in our mind is the purification. We want to purify our environment. We want to purify our heart. Is those there? Oh. So we want to purify our environment. We want to purify our heart, so that that can burn all the selfishness, all the greed. There are all the many dirty things in our heart: lust, greed, anger, envy, deceit, all these things, jealousness. All these anarthas need to be removed within our heart. That's the whole purpose of this. That's what the Diwali entails. So, and then of course, Tulsidas, he envisions Ramraja as a state of social and spiritual harmony where everyone's hearts are filled with joy. So everyone's heart is filled with joy when there is God consciousness. So when there is Krishna consciousness, everyone is happy. So Prabhupada said, be happy, chant and be happy. Be happy forever. So that's what Prabhupada said, be happy forever. You get real happiness not by taking drugs or alcohol. No, that gives you misery. Real happiness is when you come to Krishna consciousness, you chant the Lord's holy name. Then you get real bliss, because the bliss, that's the natural state of jiva. The bliss, that's natural. You say Ananda, what's that? What is Ananda Vyasat? That the natural state of jiva is Ananda. But if there's no harmony with God, where's Ananda going to come from? There has to be harmony with God. So we have to light the lamp within, the inner Diwali. Yeah, the inner Diwali, and that has to be lit every day, practically. That's why when we're chanting our rounds, when we're chanting our, what we've been given to us, that yes, we are lighting this lamp, this Diwali within our heart every day. So, as I said, that without the lamp of knowledge, the darkness of worldly suffering cannot be dispelled. He said, Binu Gyana Deepa, Baba Duki Bhari, Kaze Kahun Sukha Pavais Nari. This is from Uttarakhand. That without the lamp of knowledge, the darkness of worldly suffering cannot be dispelled. So, lighting lamps externally is symbolic of kindling the inner lamp of wisdom, love, and remembrance of God. So I mentioned here that the greatest Diwali is when the heart becomes Ayodhya. That's the greatest Diwali. The heart becomes Ayodhya, which means pure, because Ayodhya symbolizes purity. So the heart becomes Ayodhya, resplendent and welcoming of the Lord's return. So that's.
I heard Ayodhya means where there's no
as long as you are not calm, this constant war is there every day. Yeah. But Ayodhya is purity. It's no. Yeah. It's because you have Yuddha and Ayodhya. So it's a perfect. Yeah. So it's a perfect description. Calmness, there, perfect harmony. So the word means. So therefore, we should take this opportunity to welcome this occasion of Diwali, to bring that light into our life, the light of eradication of darkness within our heart, and then the Lord shine within our heart. The Lord come to our heart. Jai Shri Ram Chandra ki, Shri Ram Raja ki, Shri Diwali ki. Hare Krishna.
That was brilliant. Wow. So here's a puzzle.
Okay.
Tesham evan kampartam aham adhyanjantam.
Yeah. You're gonna deep in the Bhasvata, yeah.
So the Lord says, when he's pleased with the devotee,
Yeah.
and he destroys the darkness.
Yeah, the darkness within the heart, yeah.
The way you've said it, we got to destroy we got to work hard. So the only way we can work hard is Tesham Satata Yuktanam Bhaktam Priti Puru Tadami Buddhi Yogam.
Yeah, Yogam Upayitite, yeah.
So really, you should do loving devotional service, and the Lord will take care of your internal, because He will shine.
Yeah, because there's a logic which are given. This logic is called, you have kitten logic and monkey logic. The logic of monkey and the monkey of the kitten, the baby cat. So
when they carry the baby.
So the cat always carry the baby, while the baby monkey have to hold on to the mother. Just like I know in Vrindavan we have so many the monkeys, their mothers, always jumping from one place to another place, and the baby have to hold on to them, and if he falls down, the mother is not going to look back. So the baby has to hold on tightly. So in our rendering of devotional service, it's like, is it we have to hold on to the mother, or we have to hold on for the mercy of the Lord, or we have to expect the mercy just to bestow upon us? So which one? We are just like we said that, my dear Lord, I only depend on your mercy. But which means we have no effort on our own. So which one we have to do? There's always a question: which do we have to be like the cat, the kitten, that was depending on the whereby the mother is always automatically protecting the baby, or we have to be like the baby monkey who have to hold on all the time only to the. So which means which is better? Which is better? The point is both. Devotee have to embrace both. So which means we have to be like cat, like monkey. We have to be serious in our practice of bhakti, eradication of anarthas within our heart, and be serious about bhakti, while simultaneously constantly depending on the Lord's mercy. So that so that perfectly embodies that yes, like that's that Chatusloki of the 10th canto of 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. So that's the last one. It started from which is that? Aham Savasya Prabhavo Saprabho Matasva Prabhatate Iti Mata Pajanti Ma Buddha Bhava Samavita. So which means the Lord said, eat him unto when they understand this, then they come to Bhakti, Buddha Bhava Samavita, they render not ordinary Bhakti, it's a Bhava. The Lord put Bhava there, which is Bhava Bhakti. Don't talk about Bhava Bhakti. So if you don't come to Bhava Bhakti, how can you come to that again and deepen? But when the Lord because the Lord personally they take care of you. But he personally take care of you when something has to be given. You have to surrender first. You have to come to it.
But come to Bhava Bhakti is beyond Nishtha and all that. So there's another, Bhajan Kriya, all these are before that.
Yeah, it's all before that.
Bhava Bhakti
You have to be another. That's.
But you can accept the Lord as the creator of the spiritual world and material world right from the beginning, like we have.
No, but we don't have. But we don't have faith. Our faith is not there.
No, I do.
Well, that's it. But
I'm just talking about from my point of view.
Right,
When I read that makes me accept Krishna, meaning like the Virat form. When you show the Virat form, immediately you realize, well, nobody else shows this. I better accept Krishna as the.
but we accept it out of fear. It's fear. Not out of love, but out of fear. We become fearful that, that if I don't do this, this is what's going to happen to me. So I have to do this. So, that's just the thing. So Rupa Goswami explained that Ado Strada, Sadhu Sangha, then Bhajana Kriya, then Anatta Nivriti, like that. So then there's a Nishta, then there's Ashakti, this then there's Ruchi, all these things before Bhav come. Then there's Bhava, there's Mana, there's Sneha, all these things, the whole long process. But if there's a strong Sadhu Sangha, because Sadhu Sangha, and there's faith in Sadhu Sangha, then there has to be faith in the Sadhu, then things, the path become easy. The path become easy. As I said, that God help those who help themselves. So we have to help ourselves. So that's which are our faith in the Sadhu, and then following the process under the guidance of the Sadhu. But the faith has to be the constant thing. Like one of Prabhupada God brother said that we are in the kingdom of faith. That's rather the thing. We have to make sure that our faith do not waver us. Our faith. Very strictly.
Prabhupada said in English dictionary, religion is explained as faith. Prabhupada said that's wrong. Religion means your prescribed duties. You have to do it. Faith is optional.
Yeah.
Duty is not optional. That's your duty. If you're a father, you have duties of your father.
Mm-hmm.
So there, Prabhupada talked about his prescribed duties. So if you don't do it, you're a diseased person.
Yeah.
For disease, you need medicine, and the medicine is the Mahamantra. And once you are cured, you need food, and the food is Bhagavatam and the Mahamantra.
So,
It's a lovely lecture, and I realized that actually it's not optional. Religion isn't optional. If you don't do it, you're animalistic.
yeah.
If you don't do it. But whereas the Western people think it's your faith, what if you believe it?
But we are not talking about those kind of faith, because your faith can change. But we are talking of Strada. So you have Vishwas, Strada, which is almost synonymous. The faith, when we're talking of faith, the faith is actually based on it goes to the core of the heart. It's not just ordinary faith whereby you go, I believe this today and tomorrow I believe something else. Normally, I believe in something when something is favorable for me. Then I believe it. At the moment it's no more favorable, and the faith is gone. I remember one time one of our devotees in America was shot in the library. She didn't die. And then she said, "Oh, I'm a devotee of Krishna. Why can't Krishna allow me to be shot?" And then she gave up the faith. Say, okay, no more Krishna. So faith, this mundane faith, people can give it up. But the real faith, the real Strada, which is the organ of the heart, which wasn't actually binds the heart, Chita. This is something that can never be. This is just like is what sustains the heart. That's the real thing. That is that kind of faith that is talking about. It's not the ordinary faith. Actually, English language is it's not like simple language. When we're talking of Charita, there's no proper English translation for it.
Even dharma. I mean, dharma, adharma, and parodharma.
Yeah.
Dharma.
Yeah. So.
People are confused like what? Like
So.
dharma, kshatriya dharma, and everything. But they get confusing about religion should be one, God should be one, all this kind of. They try to simplify it.
Yeah.
But they don't realize there's complexity in creation.
So that's why we say that. That's why it's always very important for people to, if you want to study the theology of a particular, especially if you want to study Vaishnava theology, it's very, very important to really know you have to know the language basically, and know what is being said. And of course, I'm not talking of you, Bharat, here. So it's your. So that we people like myself who come from, who come from outside of Bharat. So So in order to really understand the what's actually the nitty-gritty, what's behind, so it's actually important to really go deeper by really studying the language, study the culture, know what is actually being said. And that's why in my entire life, for almost 50 years in ISKCON, the devotees who have stayed around are those who have taken extra effort in knowing what is this all about. Otherwise, it's many devotees come and go. Many have seen, many comes and go. So faith is not an ordinary thing. It's not an ordinary faith. It's not a faith that you can. Today you are this religion, tomorrow you are not that religion. I have faith in this. I have faith in that one. But English language is not it's not something we can properly express. What this faith means.
Like the word Prabhupada Nuga, like Uba Nuga, Prabhupada Nuga. So that means no matter what happens, you say, I'm following that personality. Doesn't matter what happens to your life. And that is the test. The diamond is testing. And I think a devotee gets tested. And I heard a lecture where somebody says, Anukul and Pratikul. If something favorable happens, yeah, we all accept it, saying it's working. But sometimes the Lord to test you with Pratikul.
Yeah, so.
And that's when you get tested, whether you really love the Lord or was it you were using yet an agenda.
Yeah, that's why when something, for example, the typical thing is that when something good is happened to you, you say, oh, good. But when something bad is happened to you, you say, oh, why me? It's like question, why me? Why me? You start questioning. Whereas, devotee like Queen Kunti, praying for bad thing, praying for calamity. My dear Lord, give us problem. That's a test of faith. Queen Kunti said that, oh my dear Lord, now you've killed all our enemies have been killed. Everything seems to be good for us. Now, this is our real problem now because now you are going away, and which means we no longer see you. So therefore, please give us calamity. Give us problems so that when we have problems, we'll be able to call upon you. And when we call upon you, you manifest before us. And by saying you means we'll be able to cross over this ocean of materialistic existence. So devotee like Kunti is praying for problems. So devotees don't say, oh, Lord, don't give me any problems. No. This kind of thing requires deep faith. Without faith, we cannot be.
Then would that be Nishta?
Yeah, Nishta, exactly. Being fixed. Yeah. Nishta is synonymous with Shraddha. Nishta is being fixed. So, because what happens after. Yeah. So after Anata Nivriti, then the faith becomes more stronger. When the faith becomes more stronger, then one develops a Shakti, attachment. Attachment develops. From a Shakti, then there's a Nishta, fixed. And that time, this material world will become nothing for a devotee. When one attain that stage of nishta, fixed in the process, fixed in the process of bhakti. That's the time when bhakti actually becomes meaningful. At that time, faith becomes more stronger. So in every process, there is faith. In every process, there's faith. Just like, when Krishna left Vrindavan, the gopis were crying. Now all the activities stop. They stop doing all activities. They simply crying all day long. Now the gopis, when Krishna left Vrindavan, they could have given up their life. After all, their life only exists only because of Krishna. But when Krishna left Vrindavan, they could have give up their life. But there's one thing that kept them from giving up their life. Krishna told them that I will be back. So they have faith in that. Because of that faith, that Krishna said he's coming back. So therefore, they just maintaining their life until Krishna will come back. And of course, Krishna never leave. He never leave them. Krishna is always there with them. But just to increase the separation, the joy of separation, then the meeting, just to increase that. So apparently, so Krishna is not with them, but Krishna is always Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. He's always there in Vrindavan. So, huh? Shabri. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, she had a solid faith. Yeah.
Can I use another word for faith? Trust. So what is the difference between faith and trust?
Well, trust, it's too late. It's like it doesn't even Okay. Anyway. So the trust, I trust you. The trust is, but faith is stronger than trust. Faith is stronger than trust.
I would have thought the other way around. Trust is Vishwas, isn't it?
Wouldn't trust be destroyed sometimes?
Yeah, the trust can be destroyed.
And even faith can be.
And of course, as long as one is neophyte, in the neophyte consciousness, the trust and faith can be shaken. But real devotee of Krishna, their faith never slacking. Even as is mentioned, that even if a devotee, even if his faith becoming weak, even the Lord Himself will not allow it. Even the Lord will not allow it. Even if his devotee, for example, if a devotee is falling, the Lord will not allow it, because there's already the bond of love is already there. When there's a bond of love, so we will not allow. So that's why we say that a real devotee never falls down, because there's already bond of love between the Lord and His devotee. But that bond of love is very, 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 very rare. How we attain that is very, very rare.
Like trust, when we go on a flight, we trust it's going to take us to.
Yeah, to destination. Yeah.
But you don't know the pilot at all.
Yeah.
It's not about faith in the pilot. It's the system. So
Yeah. We're going to reach. We're going to reach there.
Trust them as well. I fear, but I trust them because no other alternative.
Yeah. No other alternative. Yeah.
You have to use it. But whereas faith is you choose it, like if I have faith in you, or someone individual. But if there's a system, it's a trusted system. When
Yeah.
you're shopping mall or supermarket, you want to buy carrots and all that. It's going to be there. Sometimes when you go, there's no there. You think, oh, they've got carrots. All these are classic ones.
But the faith is ever expanding. It's always expanding. The faith it goes stronger. So that's why the more we have sadhu sangha, the more our faith deepens. The more we yeah. And that faith, that deepening of the faith, is another mercy of the Lord. It's the Lord's mercy upon us. So that's why the sadhu sangha is the most important. To have the sadhu sangha, the association of pure devotees. That's the most important, the most critical for devotee association. If we don't have association, then we become weak. We become weak, then faith is shaky. Sometimes we believe the church, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we have faith, sometimes we don't have faith. Or maybe, like some people will say, Prabhupada doesn't know everything. Yes, it's good, but he doesn't know what is material, or he doesn't know what is. It's nonsense. Because they have no faith, What our faith means, like, it was given the example of one devotee. After meeting his guru told him when there is a rope on the road, he said, the guru told him there's a snake on the road. So his disciple said, yes, there's a snake on the road. And then the guru said, no, it's actually rope on the road. He said, yes, rope on the road. So he believed whatever the guru says. It's not that he's not that doubting the guru. The following guru means, Anuga means one follow the path of the one follow the guru. That's the real meaning of what it is. And that is that following that enables one to attain the ultimate goal of life. Like there's one devotee of Sankaracharya, who one disciple of Sankaracharya, he was so much faith on the guru. And one time, Sankaracharya, he was giving a discourse to a large group of his disciples. Now, he was supposed to be giving a discourse, and this disciple, he was on the other side of the river, because he was doing the service, he was doing a guru seva. So Sankaracharya will not begin his discourse because this disciple was not there. So the other disciples, they were wondering why the Guru Maharaj is always, have to wait for this other disciple to come. So, and then the Sankaracharya said that, then he called upon this disciple that, I forgot his name. So he told him to come, that you come. So just pertaining to come, even though it was the other side of the river, so far, like other side of the Ganga River, he told him to come. So the disciple started coming across the water because the guru is calling. So he was walking on the river, but as walking on the river, there was the lotus flower. So lotus flower was coming. So he was stepping on the lotus flower. In this way, he crossed the river. So he did not drown. This is all because of Guru Nishta, faith in the Guru. So he was able to cross the river. So this is because by crossing the river with lotus, so they call him a Padmapad. This is very, very famous story. In one of the books, I think it's in the Bhaktamal that we compiled it. Either Bhaktamal or one book on the Lord Sinkadev, which we also doing. So we have many, many of these stories of the different characteristics of faith, of Shraddha in the Guru. So faith is the real thing. So like Anamaji, he has deepest faith on Lord Ram. And that's why he's able to accomplish what is unimaginable. Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
So, thank you for, when Prabhuji started, it was just me sitting there. I said, don't worry. It looks like, he said, Hanumanji there listening. I said, Hanumanji send all these people. And then all this business came, and they were able to do job and everything, But this was a nice discourse as well. You know what? On Sunday, you get ordinary people who don't have much philosophical thing. This sort of thing, when people are reading and all that, this Vartalab is very important because you go deeper and deeper into the differences like between faith and trust and all these things we're talking. On a Sunday, this body,
Yeah.
You can't go beyond that. So I think we've got to have another time where we really discuss a little deeper. But you have coffee breaks anyway.
Yes.
So, but is that deep like this?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, absolutely.
it's systematic, is it?
And systematic, and that is more pertaining to the references from the Shastra,
Yeah,
especially with regards to chanting,
Yes.
preaching.
Yes.
That is what it is.
But the thing is, if people like me and Guru Sadhguru are in there, you guys won't get a chance because we'll be just coming in with but it's meant for those who don't know.
It's like a comprehension. We've done book the review before.
Yeah,
Just like a passage and answer questions based on the passage.
I'm saying, great. So it's good that we are not there because then the new guys can also get. We've seen it. We're thinking, why isn't it working? So now it's working. And that's why we're missing. So nice. Thank you.
So,
You want to give a course on how to switch the PM? We have to do it. जगदीश अभी एक वो स्विच तो आपने देख लिया इसके लिए ये
so the book, the Ramchaitamanas, so, well, yeah, do they have copy, this gentleman? So,